in the circle. And the circle also seems like a place that they used to hang niggas, so I don't really like to go over there. Like you can kind of catch a vibe. Like if you're down here really late, you hear like old Negro spirituals. It's like, I'm not originally from Easton. When I first saw it, I moved here in '96. All right, been here quite a bit of time. When I first saw it, I thought, wow, what a quaint one-horse town. But upon almost 3 decades of further inspection, clearly that horse is on heroin. Maybe Oxycontin or Percocet. At the very least, that horse is a functioning alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? But I moved from Newark, New Jersey. Anybody familiar with Newark, New Jersey? It's famous for its airport and its carjackings. Yeah, I was born in Newark, so that means I had bills in my name when I was 9. Started drinking Hennessy when I was 12, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not true. My mom hates that joke, you know? But some of my cousins have yet to financially recover, you know what I'm saying? Like, comes from a true place. What's going on in the world? America has been being America as fuck lately. Have you guys realized this? Have you seen this? Like, the last couple years, obviously, you know, cops in Ohio killed an unarmed black man, shot him 60 times. These cops recently in Memphis, you know, they beat a guy to death. There was a shooting in the Mall of America. What's more American than a shooting in a mall? You know what I'm saying? Shit's wild. The news is scary. You turn it on, it's all this horrible shit. I think the only way it could be less scary is if they let Morgan Freeman do it. You know? Because anything that man says is soothing, you know? It could be the most heinous shit. He could come on and say, 42 children died today in a fiery crash. They were unloved and will not be remembered. They will be buried in an unmarked grave at an undisclosed location and forgotten for perpetuity. And now the weather. Take 2 sips of my coffee, walk right out the door. Big deal. Yeah, that's a cool song, whoever is playing that off their phone. Don't you love it? Don't you love when people do that, especially during the show? You gotta, get those earbuds. That's an investment. Alec Baldwin is in the news. You see he's finally going to trial. If you guys don't know, he killed a person on a movie set, which is weird because he usually only kills during his SNL monologues. He's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago, in the 90s, I believe, he was in the news because he left all of these voicemails to his young daughter. He was calling her like a fat little ungrateful pig, like he's all drunk. He's saying shit a father should never say to a daughter. She's like 12 years old, she's a little girl. But in hindsight, like, she kind of got off easy, right? Like, he could have killed her. No, I make my jokes, but I stand behind Alec Baldwin, Damn sure not gonna stand in front of that motherfucker. Fucking shoots people. Yeah, man. The news is wild. Yeah, I've been out here a long time, almost 3 decades. I just turned 39 in December. I'll be 40 this year, Oh man, getting older is weird because you're still that enthusiastic kid, but in a failing shit show of a body. Show of hands, who is woken up with like an injury that you didn't go to sleep with? Like that's. I woke up one day with a high ankle sprain. Like what is happening? And you're trying to lose weight, like get in shape. My friends are like, I was trying to lose weight. My friends were like, hey man, it's good that you're taking charge, You're trying to take charge of your health. And it's like, I'm really just trying to have like sex with better looking women, Actually, it was this woman, she was the catalyst for me trying to lose weight. Because like we were together, we were making love, we were knowing each other in the biblical sense, And she had the nerve to say, you're getting a little gut. I was like, bitch, you are 5'4" and 197 pounds. How fucking dare you? Like we were together, I looked down and we were indistinguishable from like neck, you know, I didn't know, like we both have a gut and titties, like who's who? And my fat is disrespectful because I was a big kid in high school. In high school, I was 300 pounds. Now I know what some of you are saying, you're not 300 pounds right now, like you fat motherfucker. No, I'm like 240, okay? But the fat was evenly distributed back then. You know, it was like in my legs, in my calves, my thighs, my ass. You know, my neck. Now it just comes in like a woman's one-piece bathing suit of fat, which is not a great look. I'm glad to be back out here. We survived COVID. If you clap, you made it, you're alive. The depressed motherfuckers ain't clapping and shit. Yeah, COVID was wild. The last person, you know, before, you know, the winter came back and I thought we were going to get these crazy spikes and be on lockdowns again. Didn't happen. The last person that I knew when that was going on was my best friend, and he had COVID. He was out of work, you know, in a quarantine. And this woman that he works with, she texts him. She says, hey, you know the best way to get rid of COVID is, right? And he responds, no, what? And she says, I'll suck it out of you. I saw the text, that really happened. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but women don't talk to me like that. But the good news is he got rid of the COVID. Bad news is now he has herpes. No, when that shit all started, I didn't buy it at first, right? Because we all heard of SARS, the West Nile virus, the bird flu, mad cow disease, the bubonic plague. All right, not that last one, but all of these things that were gonna come and destroy the American way of life, right? But they never happened. But then COVID happens and the world shuts down. All right, that's different. But we were still going strong in America. I worked in a warehouse, I shipped women's clothing, and somehow that was essential the entire pandemic. I got a $7 raise. It was some of the best times of my life. Oh man, it was an awesome time. Yeah, but then America shuts down. I'm like, this is different. I had a selfish thought because I am an only child, right? I said, at least no one that I knew personally had gotten COVID yet, because this is the early days when it was still like spooky scary, right? But then both of my parents got it. Now I know what some of y'all are thinking. Black guy, 2 parents, good for him. He's ahead of the curve. You ain't shit for thinking that a day before Black History Month, you know? But yeah, it's weird. In a short span, I went from being a non-believer of COVID to potentially becoming a homeowner. It's 2 life insurance policies. I would have hooked that bitch up, you know what I'm saying? I go check on my parents, be downstairs. Like, yeah, this wall's gonna come down. Let's put a skylight in here. Let's get those big windows. That'd be a nice way to honor Mom. Meanwhile, she's in the other room like, I can't smell anything. Calm down, you're gonna be fine. And she's fine. Guess I gotta get a house the old-fashioned way. Wait for the market to crash or something, I don't know. You know, my favorite, I'm gonna say this and get out of here. My favorite story though, because the news has been crazy. Like you heard about that one cop lady? She was having sex with the whole police force. And they fired everybody. I think they dropped the ball, you know? Here's the thing. I've waken up and jerked off and then like called out of work, you know what I'm saying? Just because, I'm just saying I don't think you can brutalize people with post-nut clarity. That lady was doing a service. She was keeping people fucking safe. That's all I'm saying. But no, my favorite story from that, like the last couple years was Tesla, because they had to pay a black man, right? $137 million, this guy that worked for him, for Tesla, right? Apparently he was an elevator operator, which I do kind of feel like is a racist job to have if you're a black man. You know, like I wouldn't do that, shine shoes, or pick cotton. Those are the only 3 jobs that I wouldn't do. But yeah, they had to pay him $137 million because his racist white coworkers, don't worry, you guys are cool. They told him to go back to Africa, you know? This guy's an American. That's fucked up. I've heard that before, you know? In my almost 40 years, I didn't get $137 million. All I got was my fucking feelings hurt, you know? And all I had was a bad comeback, like, I'll have you know, sir, I've never been to Africa. I like to go, but I was born in New Jersey. But I'm petty because if I did get that $137 million, I would go back to Africa. Yeah. I go right down to South Africa and I buy a farm and I hire some poor whites to work the land. And I just sit on the porch all day holding a shotgun drinking lemonade. Thank you. I've been Terrell C. Brown.
Give it up for Terrell C. Brown, everybody.